Taco al pastor. This taco comes from central Mexico and carries a story shaped by migration, when Lebanese immigrants brought spit-roasted meat techniques that evolved into something new. Pork is marinated with chili, spices, and pineapple, then stacked on a vertical spit and slowly roasted. Thin slices are shaved off directly onto a small corn tortilla, often finished with onion, cilantro, and a hint of sweetness from the pineapple. It stands apart because of that balance between smoky, savory meat and bright, slightly sweet flavors, making it one of the most recognizable taco styles. Carnitas taco. Originating in the state of Michoacan, this taco is built on pork that has been slowly cooked in its own fat until it becomes tender on the inside and crisp on the edges. The meat is pulled apart and placed into a tortilla, sometimes with simple toppings like chopped onion, cilantro, and a squeeze of lime. What makes it distinct is the texture contrast, soft and juicy against golden crisp bits, and its deep, rich flavor that comes from time and patience rather than heavy seasoning. Carne asada taco. This taco is closely tied to northern Mexico, where cattle ranching shaped the cuisine. It features grilled beef, usually marinated lightly and cooked over open flame, then chopped and served in a tortilla. The focus here is on the quality of the meat and the char from the grill, often complemented by fresh toppings like salsa, onion, and cilantro. Compared to slower cooked tacos, this one feels more immediate and direct, centered on the clean, bold taste of grilled beef. Barbacoa taco. Barbacoa has roots in traditional pit cooking, where meat, often lamb or beef, is wrapped and cooked slowly underground. This method creates incredibly tender meat that falls apart easily and carries a deep, earthy flavor. Served in a tortilla with simple garnishes, it stands out for its softness and the sense of tradition behind it. The process itself connects to older cooking methods that predate modern kitchens, giving it a strong cultural presence. Birria taco. Originally from the state of Jalisco, this taco is built around meat stewed in a rich, spiced broth, often made with goat or beef. The meat is shredded and placed into tortillas that may be dipped in the broth and grilled, creating a slightly crisp exterior. It is often served with a side of the same broth for dipping. What sets it apart is the depth of flavor from the slow cooking and the interactive way it is eaten, blending texture and rich, warming taste. Fish taco. This taco is most associated with coastal regions like Baja California, where access to fresh seafood shapes the cuisine. It usually features battered and fried fish or grilled fish, placed in a tortilla and topped with cabbage, crema, and a bright sauce. The freshness of the fish and the contrast between crisp or flaky texture and cool toppings define it. Compared to meat-based tacos, it feels lighter and more connected to the sea. Shrimp taco. Also rooted in coastal areas, this taco highlights shrimp that can be grilled, sautéed, or fried. It is often paired with fresh vegetables, creamy sauces, and sometimes a touch of spice. The shrimp cooks quickly, giving it a delicate texture that differs from heavier meats. Its identity comes from that quick preparation and the clean, slightly sweet flavor of seafood. Taco de canasta. These are known as basket tacos, and are popular as street food in central Mexico. They are prepared in advance, filled with simple ingredients like beans, potatoes, or chicharron, and then stacked in a basket where they steam together. By the time they are served, the tortillas are soft and slightly oily, carrying the flavor of the fillings. What makes them unique is not just the ingredients, but the method of storage and transport, designed for convenience and affordability. Taco de lengua. This taco uses beef tongue, which is slowly cooked until it becomes very tender. Once prepared, it is chopped and served simply, often with onion and cilantro. Despite the unusual cut, the texture is smooth and soft, almost delicate. It stands out because it reflects a tradition of using the whole animal, turning a less common ingredient into something refined and deeply flavorful. Taco de tripa. Made from beef intestines, this taco is another example of traditional nose-to-tail cooking. The tripa is cleaned, boiled, and then often fried until it becomes crispy on the outside while remaining tender inside. Served in a tortilla with simple toppings, it is defined by its texture and bold flavor. It differs from other tacos through its preparation and the distinct experience it offers, appreciated especially by those familiar with traditional Mexican street food.